Welcome to the relaunch of Wayne and with Travis Hartman. I am B Money, the producer. That over there is the talent Weekend Trav, a.k.a. Travis Hartman. Holy crap, Weekend Trav. Tell the audience at home, whether you're watching on YouTube Live, you're listening on Spotify, you're watching our audio or our actual visual podcast, episode 180, by the way, on YouTube. What in the world is going on with the pod?
This is awesome. If you notice and hear the background noise, we have a live audience at Stadium Club inside the Caribe Royale.
The beautiful Caribe Royale here in Orlando, Florida.
Looking like Wayne and with Travis Hartman's new home.
The home away from home. We are going to be here at the Stadium Club recording our podcast through the month of May. So we appreciate everyone for joining us here live. I'm sure we'll be able to post. Man, there's a lot of people here.
It's pretty cool.
It's kind of nerve-wracking, Weekend Trav.
You were nervous, like, Travis, how many people are going to show up? I'm like, a lot.
A lot. I'm sweating. I need more Monster right now. I might need some more of this here, too. Weekend Trav, very humbling to be here. We've been at this for several years now. Kudos to you for setting all this up. I mean, you've busted your butt to get us here in the Stadium Club at the Caribe Royale. We appreciate all the folks here that have worked with us with the tech side, getting us up and operational. It's awesome, phenomenal, great friends here at the Stadium Club. If you have not yet come to the Caribe Royale, if you haven't stayed there at the hotel, you can at the very least come to the Stadium Club for all your sports action and needs. I know the Orlando Magic playing tonight at 7 o'clock. There's basketball going on outside. We're on the second floor here of the Stadium Club. This is amazing. And now they're hosting the #1 boxing, beards, and bourbon podcast now it's shot in the Stadium Club in Orlando, Florida. I mean, in the world.
I love it, man.
So Weekend Trav, we could talk all day about this, and we'll kind of pepper in back and forth. But let's get to the heart of what we talk about on this show, and that is boxing.
Yep.
Okay, we have a massive weekend coming up, starting May 2nd. And that's up in New York. But there's fights all weekend. May 2nd, May 3rd, May 4th.
It's the best, I think. I say this a lot, and I hyperboles all the time. I think this is going to be one of the best 3 days in a row that we've ever seen in professional boxing. Ever. 3 days in a row with the quality of people. We got Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Canelo Alvarez, Inoue. 3 days in a row.
3 days in a row. So let's
Christmas in May.
But let's start May 2nd, because I think that's going to be one that's going to get, other than the typical Canelo fight, we want to talk May 2nd because there's a lot of just guys that have been going back and forth with each other for several years, all fighting on the same card. Very exciting. Turkey Al-Sheikh has set this thing up. It's going downtown Manhattan, correct?
Yeah. It's gonna Times
Square.
The middle of Times Square. They're closing off the roads. I believe they're only allowing a certain amount of fans, like under 500, something like that, if that. I think it's like invite only, but also it's going to be streamed on pay-per-view, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty. It's actually, I don't know how it's going to work without the fans there, because I think we saw that in COVID. That was kind of weird.
It was weird.
But I think in Times Square, there's going to be so much noise going on in the background, probably because of the skyscrapers and all of that.
Right.
So you might going to hear some noise for sure, but I need fans, man.
See, and we talked about it leading up to this pre-production. I'm like, man, they should treat it like it is New Year's Eve, Times Square. Get people out there.
Ball drop.
Okay, it's a free show, but you might not be able to see anything, but the atmosphere would be insane. I think what kind of keeps it from doing that is the logistics, getting the cops, getting everyone involved, security, whatnot. But amazing show. Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero.
It's going to be a blockbuster fight. I mean, listen. Ryan Garcia is coming off his first fight since his suspension with Devin Haney. He tested positive for Osterin, a steroid, a banned substance. This is his first fight back since then. And Rolly Romero can punch. Like, we know he can punch. The guy can punch.
Really? he has the...
Yeah, but listen, Mike Tyson talks kind of like that, too. Mike Tyson's a beast.
Did you hear him hitting the heavy bag?
I'm not saying Rolly's Mike Tyson.
Did you hear Rolly hitting the heavy bag?
I did.
Working out. Okay.
I mean, we need to see Rolly and Devin Haney.
If I tried to do those noises, we would be an X-rated podcast. We would be pushed off of YouTube in a heartbeat. Yeah, Rolly Romero.
This is supposed to be good for the children because
That's right.
My little kiddos here.
This is rated G today. We have little ones running around here on the floor, too, so it's pretty incredible. There we go. So it's very
If you
cool.
Notice, we have a live audience here, which is the first time that we've had this. This is the first time at Stadium Club. I love this. I think this is so awesome. I hope everybody continues to come out. But also, by the way, the reason why we're doing all this too is we have sponsors now that we're doing a free giveaway off the air, but everybody that showed up, we put their name in a hat, and they're going to get some free stuff. And I can thank a lot of people for that, by the way. We have Talk of the Town Restaurant Group, Charlie's Steakhouse, amazing place that I've actually ate there. B-Money is getting the crowd here. This is pretty awesome. But Charlie's Steakhouse, they have 2 of them here. They have actually, I think, 4 restaurants. They have Charlie's Steakhouse, Fishbones, Texas Cattle Company, and Vito's Chop House. We're giving away a gift certificate, a comp card there. We're giving away some wine. We're giving away a little goodie bag from there. But I want to give a true testimonial. All of the people that have sponsored or given stuff today to give away, I've actually used them personally.
There you go.
They're friends, and they're also people. Charlie's Steakhouse, one of the best steaks I've ever had. My mom's had it. One of the best steaks she's ever had. This is the truth. I'm telling you right now. They're good friends, but also the best steak I've ever had.
Let's be very clear also to the listening audience. We are not on payroll, okay?
Absolutely
This
not.
has been a pro bono podcast from the start. We don't want it to be that way in the end, but from the start, it has been.
That's right.
So any of our sponsors here, this has been because of relationship, not because of anything else. But we are very, very appreciative of them and the others that have stepped up to really help us in this relaunch of Wayne and Travis Hartman. Dude, I'm just completely flabbergasted that this is 180 podcast episodes.
We've been grinding.
That doesn't include
Videos.
other content.
The In This Corner episodes.
The Bourbon Lounge.
When
can we get back to doing the Bourbon Lounge?
This is the permanent Bourbon Lounge right now.
There you go. There you go. We have plenty. I don't know if we're going to get through all that today.
No.
Maybe we will. So let's go back to May 2nd real quick. Okay,
Yep.
so we had obviously Garcia, Romero, but Devin Haney, interesting, on the same exact card as Ryan Garcia, which it was just over a year ago that Ryan Garcia shocked, not I want to say the world because he didn't shock us, because I had money on Ryan Garcia in that fight. But he leveled Devin Haney because of the millionth of a whatever of some We can try. How do I get my hands on this banned substance? How do I get that?
I don't know, but I don't think it was the Austrian that did that to Devin Haney.
No.
But I think it's very telling that Ryan Garcia was suspended for a year is why he didn't fight for a whole year, okay? Devin Haney was not suspended, and this is his first fight back, B-Money. That's telling. Mentally, emotionally, everything.
Which is so wild to think about.
And they picked to fight Jose Ramirez, who I think is... It's a crazy
It's going to be a tough fight.
I'm not shocked here if somehow Ramirez pulls this off. I think he's just a little bit bigger than Devin Haney, too. So, I mean, I think it's a... Kudos to these guys, by the way, though, because I think Ryan Garcia could have took an easier fight. Rolly Romero's not easy. I don't care what anybody says. He's not easy.
No, he is just kind of an awkward
He's a
fighter.
wild card.
And yeah, exactly.
Exactly. It can be that fight can end really early.
Tank
or
took
not.
care of him, but that's but Rolly
After
Romero,
a while, Rolly was rolling.
He's an interesting stand-up guy. I don't know. He has an awkward style. Let's put it that way. But also, I'd be remiss if we didn't mention Teofimo Lopez is on this thing too.
Yeah, Teofimo was fighting Arnold Barboza Jr., and that's
another tough
great
fight.
I mean, listen, if you watched anything with those guys, they had all three of those guys in some interviews on DAZN. Was it DAZN, right?
Yes.
They put all three of those guys in a room together.
Gosh.
This is a good segue for me because that was a train wreck worth watching. However, if you guys wreck your cars, we have Windermere Collision in Windermere. They're also here giving out some stuff. So Windermere Collision, thank you guys as well for handing out some free T-shirts and other things here. Appreciate you guys.
But please drive home safely. We hope you don't have to use them, but if you do. So these are the three fights on this card, correct? Mm-hmm. And you're going to be able to watch this how weekend, Trav?
It's on DAZN, and DAZN is doing a bundle package to buy those on May 2nd and then also buy the Canelo Alvarez for May 3rd. And it's actually a pretty affordable price. I'm not going to say right off the bat what it is, but you can look it up. But they're bundling it because I'm going to probably buy it.
And let's be fair here. Okay, so DAZN, you don't like when we share your content on Instagram and whatnot directly. We get little violations. But
I delete it.
But we are still promoting the heck out of your show.
All the time.
Because how could we not? May 2nd is going to be an amazing fight. But we got to switch gears because it's close to Cinco de Mayo weekend. So, of course, it's death, taxes, and Canelo fights on Cinco de Mayo weekend, right? So May 3rd.
Now that Mayweather's retired, the rightful owner got it back, Canelo.
That's right.
The Mexican holiday.
So you got May 3rd, Saturday, May 3rd is going to be Canelo Alvarez, and let's talk that.
He's fighting William Skull,
and
people are criticizing him for that. But however, this is what people are not realizing is this. Canelo Alvarez was the undisputed champion at super middleweight, right? when he went up and fought Bivol and lost, one of the sanctioning bodies stripped him of his title. Okay, he didn't lose it. So Canelo has 3 of the 4. He had 4 of the 4 titles.
Right.
Went up and did that. One of the sanctioning bodies, I don't even want to give them credit who they are, but one of the sanctioning bodies stripped him of that. He didn't lose it, and William Skull got it. So Canelo's like, I'm fighting William Skull to get that 4th title back, which is very important because I think that the Crawford-Canelo fight has not been officially announced yet,
B-Money. It's just been rumored.
And I think that it's going to happen, but I think Canelo wants his title back, so now it's for undisputed. And Terrence Crawford will be going for his 3rd different weight division and 3rd different undisputed title. Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to go. You'd have to imagine. We've talked about the Mount Rushmore, right? Mm-hmm. And you got to do it aerobase. It's tough not to do it aerobase, but he's up there.
Yeah,
he's up
he has
there.
to be.
Even if you were going to do
100%.
all time, he's in the conversation
100%.
to be one of those 5.
You can't. I mean, his resume alone is phenomenal. I don't care what you say. He's fought the best. He fought guys that nobody wanted to fight. He fought everybody. You can say he's ducking Benavidez, whatever. If that's the only fight that he never fights, he's a Hall of Famer without a doubt. Even minus that.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the Benavidez deal.
Yeah.
It's like old news to me at this point. So that's Friday, Saturday. Okay, then we have Inoue come in on Sunday, which pound for pound, one of the best in the world, if not top 3.
The top 3 right now, you got Usyk, Inoue, Crawford. You can put them however you want. I think Usyk probably earned that number 1 maybe, but it doesn't matter. You can make an argument, honestly, for all 3 of those to be number 1, but they're for sure in everybody's top 3, and I think rightfully so.
Where's our camera guy? I want to make sure our camera's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I get nervous. I get nervous when I can't see that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We should probably turn that around to us, right?
Yeah, well, we'll see. Where's Adric at?
He's over there.
Where do we go?
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Well, we're just going to assume it's going. You can at least hear us because I can see that recording happening. Anyways, so that's a big weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Out of those 3 weekend travel, which of those are you actually? Which card do you think is going to be the card? Which is the one to really focus on?
The best one is because there's 3 fights on that card, and they're all legitimate world champions. They've all been undisputed, or not all of them undisputed, but a couple of them have been. Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez have been undisputed champions. Ryan Garcia hasn't. But the May 2nd card in Times Square, it's going to be a phenomenal card.
Yeah,
I think that's the card to watch for sure. If you could only pick one of those 3, that's the one because you're getting 3 blockbuster. And
it's so crazy to think about. It snuck up on us. We're recording here. It's April 27th, so this will probably drop on the 28th officially, something like that. That's only a few days. So circle your calendar. Get your calendar clear. You should be watching. Forget the NBA playoffs. Who cares about that? It's boring. It's boring.
Unless it's Orlando Magic and they're winning.
Well,
but they're playing the Celtics, so
they won one.
That's good.
They won one.
Good.
Yeah, they gave them one. So that is this coming weekend. But we would be also remiss if we didn't talk about local action, right? So May 9th, here, Box Lab has another show. They've done such an incredible job over the last couple of years, having shows consistently, and we talk about them all the time on the show. We love those guys, and in fact, I think that's partially big reason why we're here.
100%. I want to thank Eric and Amari with Box Lab. Eric is awesome. He's been awesome from the beginning. So has Amari. Amari is, I think he's the vice president of the Caribe Royale. If it wasn't for Amari, this podcast wouldn't be happening right now as well. This guy, he had the final approval. And thank you, Amari, with Box Lab and Caribe Royale. We appreciate you, everything that you've done for boxing in the community. Eric, thank you, too, for everything you've done with the Box Lab promotions and making boxing relevant in Florida outside of Miami.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the Southeast. We've talked about it. This is the hub.
We said
the Southeast. It's no longer Hollywood. It's no longer down there. It's Orlando, Florida. It's coming through the Caribe Royale. It's coming through the Box Lab guys. You know, they've co-promoted shows with MVP. They've co-promoted with Matchroom. So I think that's really what you want to continue to see here. Come to these shows, folks. Okay, if you enjoy boxing. They are run very well here at the Caribe Royale. But May 9th, we can travel.
May 9th here at Box Lab. Denier Perro is fighting on that card. There's going to be Corey Marksman, who we're hoping to have Corey Marksman right here in studio next week before his show. Corey, hopefully we can get him here. Corey's been on the show before. He's an alumnus of Waiting with Travis Hartman. We appreciate him for sure. Corey's a blockbuster fighter. Speaking of blockbuster type of fighters and blockbuster type of things, the Armories also donated some gift cards to Waning with
Hey.
So these fine gentlemen and women here are going to get a gift certificate to the Armories, which I think there's 3 or 4 different locations in Kissimmee, Orlando, and the surrounding areas. So the Armories, thank you guys so much for being here and also promoting and giving out some gift certificates to our patrons.
Yeah, it's very humbling, Weekend Trav, this setup. And we said it like when we thanked everybody before we went on. This is just kind of humbling for us because we started bare bones and maybe kept going bare bones for a little while. Just you and I at a coffee table, basically, or a kitchen table the first time.
Oh, my goodness.
And then moving on to we were in the boxing gym, and then we had a little room upstairs, and we're just to where we're at now, which is why all week I've been telling you I'm nervous, dude. I'm nervous. I have anxiety because this is pretty incredible. And you're just not sure how it's gonna flow and roll. But I don't know. Weekend Trav. This is pretty cool. We
got Papa Price here with Price Boxing out here.
Yeah, there's
dude.
Price Boxing.
We also got Craig Duncan
That's
with
right.
the Danger Team, Boxing and Fitness. Boxing is for everyone.
There you go.
Craig knows this.
Yeah, shout out to him and shout out to many others in the audience.
So many people. I have friends here that came all the way, by the way, too.
Margie, Diego, we got my boy. Where's my buddy Dave at?
Dave was in here. I got to give a shout out to some of my friends that traveled the farthest.
Okay,
They flew in from Missouri.
What?
Braxton Bell, his brother, his girlfriend, his sister. They're amazing. I love you guys. They flew in all the way from Missouri. Not even joking. Like, they're literally here from Missouri.
Well, you got your mom.
And my brother came up from Fort Lauderdale.
Here.
My mom is here.
Yeah.
Dude, we got such a good turnout, and I appreciate everybody. Everybody that's here. They can't hear me right now, but they're going to hear the podcast later because we post this on YouTube, Spotify, everywhere.
Yes.
I hope you guys know how much we appreciate
you
guys
are not
so much.
subscribed yet, please do so. It's all one word on YouTube. Weighing in with Travis Hart. Weighing in like you're weighing, like I'm weighing my fat ass, like I'm weighing my fat ass in the bathroom. Weighing in with Travis Hartman. I'm just kidding. I'm losing weight. Weekend Trav. I'm like 199.
Those arms are looking
and also it depends on how many dumps I have in the day. I might be dropped to 198.
Here we go.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever weighed it before and then after?
Listen, I'm a boxer. Yes.
So you want to know how much?
I weigh after I go to the bathroom, number 1 and number 2.
Yeah.
That matters.
Just out of curiosity.
We're trying to make weight. Craig Duncan knows what I'm talking about. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Adric.
Hey, are we good, Adric?
Adric. Nope. Yep,
yeah,
he's gone.
He must have said we're good. Okay.
I love this. This is so awesome. I just love how everybody's just like chilling, hanging out.
If anyone's listening at this point, I had 1.5 pounds the other day. Anyways, I'm just trying to impress everybody.
This is supposed to be kid friendly, but
it is. So wow, where do we go from here?
It must be going because Irena's looking at. Irena, is it good? Is it recording?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. See, we just never know because we can't see it. So.
Oh, I forgot. We got to give another shout out. I'm drinking some bourbon.
I know.
I'm drinking some bourbon right now, so I'd have another shout out to Frankie Liz at Roasted Spirit. Thank you for always supporting us. We even did a podcast up there at Hagen O'Reilly, which is Louis Salazar.
Yep.
But Frankie has also donated some bourbon for us too.
Louis is here, right?
Yeah, Louis is here. Louis is here with the Armories, the Hagen O'Reillys. Those guys have always supported us.
Absolutely.
We did a live podcast at Hagen O'Reilly's. We appreciate you guys.
We've had some good times with those
Thank
guys.
you, Frankie, for the bottle of bourbon as well. You're the man.
We all met Edgar Berlanga together.
Oh, that's right, we did.
Absolutely.
That's right. And we loved everybody.
Oh my gosh, we can try.
Edgar Berlanga fought at the Caribe Royale.
Yeah. No, once.
I watched it
twice, or just the once so far.
No, twice actually, and I watched the second one, and it was what it was. Like, I mean, say what you want. He's out there. He's getting ready to headline a show too. But we're only going to talk about the May 2nd, May 3rd, May 4th fights, also the May 9th fights. But guess what? What can put us in our next segue is May 10th, Pro Box in Kissimmee, Florida. We're having fights. Erickson Lubin is headlining that on Pro Box TV. But we have a favorite of the show, a guy who I really enjoy as a person, as a fighter.
You want to bring it?
And I think we should bring him in. And he's gonna be the inaugural first guest at Stadium Club in Orlando, Florida, inside the Caribe Royale.
Which is crazy.
Undefeated prospect.
All right.
Ryan Maine.
Over here.
Ryan Maine over here. Ryan Maine. This is my man. Mr. Ryan Maine. He is fighting May 10th on Pro Box TV. He is 7-0. Once he gets here, we'll get some more details from him. Hey, don't be nervous that you're right in the middle. I know. Is it still recording? We good? We're good. Mr. Ryan.
I knew we wouldn't be without interruption or technical difficulties.
I got to get above my mic so he can see me because. Out now, bound.
All right, good.
This is pretty cool, guys. I gotta say, this is freaking awesome, man.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
I mean, you're in the hot seat because everyone's actually looking at you. Like, I can look at Travis the whole time and then not see everything going on over here.
Ryan, so you have been fighting most of. You can hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Fighting 54. Even I think your pro debut was up in 60 at the 160 mark as well, right?
170.
170. So, what is this fight coming up? 8/10. What weight is that going to be?
This fight's going to be at
156.
156. So don't have to cut it all the way down. It's going to be a little bit easier. I believe the guy, he's coming down a little bit just to meet me at 56. So that's
kind of a catch weight.
Excited on.
So
yeah.
You're 7-0.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. We've been to a couple of your fights. I will be there as well for that fight. So will be my.
Thank you.
Listen, you're the first guest. Talk about this off there.
Yeah.
I think one day this is going to be historic. I do. And Ryan, Maine, first episode.
Yeah.
At Stadium Club, bro.
honored.
We're honored. Thank you for coming on.
I'm actually going to ride your coattails of success. So that's what.
I think it worked out. I think everything happens for a reason. I know that you're a believer as well. So am I. So is B Money. We believe in God. We're
1,000%.
We're Christians. I love God. Everything that I have is because of God. But I think everything lines up. It just happened to line up the fact that you're fighting a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's just cool. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have Ryan on there. I'm gonna message him because I knew you were out training. You did a training camp down at. Were you down in Miami? And you've done
In Miami, yes sir.
that a couple of times, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is my third camp down there.
I mean, you were down there, but I was like, man, if he's back here, I want to have him. So I messaged you on Instagram, and I was like, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the show. And then guess what? Now here you are. So,
Yes sir.
pro now, 7 fights. How is this 8th fight any different from the other fights that you've had? Or is it? Is this just his business?
I think it's business as usual. I think I'm finally starting to get, into that groove where I'm used to being in camp, doing the weight cut, doing the training, and kind of really getting in the swing of things. And, going down to Miami training with the great Jorge Rubio, he's only elevated that, made me taking it a lot more serious. Not that I was taking it serious before, but just really seeing how the pros do it and how they train, because it's a full-time job, man. It really is. Wake up at 5 a.m. every day, go train in the morning at 6:30, come back for an hour or two, then go right back to the gym for another 2-hour session, come home, and I still gotta stretch, gotta recover, do all that, and then gotta do it all again next day.
So are you noticing now being in that kind of a training camp that recovery is almost just as important as the actual
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. If I didn't... So when I go down to Miami, I stay with my aunt and uncle down there. They let me stay with them. And when I come home, I'm in the living room. I'm on the roller. I got the massage gun. I'm doing all this, just watching TV, watching some fights, whatever. And I'm stretching, putting my foot up on the counter, on the couch, doing all the stuff I need to do. Because if I didn't, dude, it takes a lot out of you.
That's one thing that I feel like 46 pro fights, and I'm from the older era, I guess you could say, because I turned pro in 2004. But I didn't take recovery serious. I mean,
Right.
I just don't think we knew much about recovery. But some people did, and got guys like Tom Brady, who's 40-something years old, playing at such a high level. So he's older than me, so he knew about recovery. But I'm glad to see that you're taking recovery serious at such an early stage in your professional boxing career, because it's 100% important. I think it's almost just as important as whatever you're doing to need that recovery. But I have one thing. I've been on this new kick ice.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Why I bring it up is because I think the Caribe Royale and Stadium Club one day could hook me up and put an ice bath up here, and I think me and Ryan, Maine, will do an interview in the ice bath.
Hold on. You ain't doing all that stuff.
No, we're better than Kevin Hart because we're actual fighters.
I want to challenge you not to do that, but do the red light sauna, and we get
really
both
good.
you.
Hey, we could do that at the old THC facility. I got it.
Audience in, and I think watching you two in a red light together would be kind of cool, right?
right, B Money. That I felt a weird vibe off of that one, but
Who says that?
I mean, listen, I love that idea. Seriously, cold tub, even sauna, do a live interview. I think that'd be fun. I think it's a great idea. His
An awesome idea.
recovery, and so you probably can't see this on Spotify, on YouTube, all this, but I'm looking at Ryan. Ryan's got a little nick on his left eye. People don't see these things up close, professional boxers. When you take it serious and take it as a full-time job, you go through this stuff.
Yeah.
Most people don't realize going into a fight, most of the time, you're not 100%.
No.
If you give 1,000% in training camp, then you're probably not 100% going into the
Training camp, Craig always says, train hard, fight easy. The hardest part of training camp, it has to be the camp. The fight's got to be the easiest part. And, right now when I'm down in Miami, I'm going with 3 guys at a time. Do 10 rounds. I'm doing a couple rounds with this guy, a couple rounds with this guy, a couple rounds with this guy. New guys coming in fresh, and they're not taking it easy, man. They're coming in, they're trying to take your head off.
Yeah.
But that's what you want, though,
You know
right?
what I
You're
mean?
like, listen, listen, I hate it and I don't like it, but you need it.
Oh, dude, it's miserable. Yeah, every time my coach tells me, he's like, hey, you're going to spar Brandon right now, and then we got another guy coming in to finish the last 3 rounds with you. In my head, I'm like, I said, okay, but in my head, I'm
Dang.
No.
like, dude, just, stay with.
So now that you're back up here in Orlando, I know that your coach, Craig Duncan, just opened up his own gym, the Danger Team Boxing and Fitness. Holla back, he's here.
Yes, sir.
Having your gym like this with your coach, Craig, how good does that feel to come back and finish out camp at your coach's actual gym?
Honestly, man, I think he's talked about it on here before. We started at a park, training at Redbug Lake Park, under the little cabana. So to go from there, going to our own facility, man, it is such a blessing. Even when I came home, I came home Friday and then I taught the Price boxing class Saturday morning, just walking into that environment,
Which, by the way, that was tough, okay? I don't know what you guys were on or whatever, but that was a hard. I walked out of there soaked, okay? I told everybody, and I'll be frank here, I had to run over to Walgreens to drop a deuce.
Oh, yeah.
And I got there, and holy moly, my gym shorts, underwear, I was just saturated. I don't know what was up, but we all were busting our butt. And so that's a testament to you guys, because it keeps middle-aged people like us in the morning on Saturdays all cranked up and ready to go. But you guys were just killing us in a good way. Amazing. We have been so happy being now with you guys over at Craig's gym. It's a mouthful to say the gym's name, TDT, Boxing and Fitness Club.
The Danger Team Boxing.
Yeah.
TDT.
All right, Ryan, so I really don't know the in-depth relation.
And at this point, we lost audio. So if anyone was paying attention while we were recording with Ryan, as he came onto the stage, there was a little snafu. We were looking down at the ground. Travis, Weekend Trav over there, he was asking, hey, is everything okay? Because our audio recording device, he got knocked over and basically corrupted our memory card, everything. And that's the brains of the operation for the audio. All our plugs, our DSLR cords, they all plug in there. And so we were kind of in panic mode for the last couple of days while we were trying to edit this thing. We got most of what we could and just trying to find raw data off of a corrupted card. I don't want to get into too much of the detail, Weekend Trav, because you've been a part of it too, but we want to make sure that we were addressing, hey, why does the first 18 plus minutes sounds pretty good, and then how come everything's kind of a little choppy and a little weird? Man, we were doing what we could. It sucks. Such bad timing.
It happens, man. It happens, man. Sometimes just weird stuff happens for whatever reason, but I think it just means that we have to have Ryan back on the podcast. But also, it was still awesome venue. It was still awesome. You know what I loved the most when I'm watching that 2B Money was the background noise. I actually loved that.
Loved it. Loved having all those people there. Almost 60 people there joining us. You still have a little bit. We have some of that sound still filtering in. You can kind of hear some of that, which is very cool. And that's natural. That's real. That's the people that are there, because that's coming off of our actual video feed. That's the only audio that we really had from it. But what I wanted to say is that Ryan, we had a great still chunk of interview with him, and some things that weren't quite addressed, and we at least wanted to. We won't do it justice, but let's talk a little bit about that. I know we started to dive into his relationship with Craig Danger Duncan over there at the TD Boxing and Fitness Club, the Danger Team, right? The Danger Team. Any takeaway? Did you have any takeaways from that? I know we all kind of go way back for years, but any takeaways off of that messaging when we were talking with Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think we kind of went full circle a little bit too. So Ryan Maine started at the UFC gym, which way back in the day, it was actually called LA Boxing. And that's when I met you, B Money. I was a general manager there. So it's just kind of cool seeing that because Craig ended up being a trainer there when it was UFC gym. I'd left by then, but then Craig came through there, was a trainer.
Yep.
Ryan came through there, was a fighter, trying to train, trying to become a boxer or whatever. And it turned out his first ever experience was it an MMA fight, right?
It was an MMA fight. From what he said on the interview, it was an MMA fight. I guess he knocked the guy out, but I think he had just he was up this way, or I don't remember what brought him into town, but he was just interested in the gym, and he just kind of, as a spectator, coming in and just trying it out, and then one thing led to another, and here we are talking to a guy that's 7-0, working towards getting an 8-0 in an upcoming fight here. Coming up at Silver Spurs Arena there in Kissimmee coming up.
May 10th on ProBox TV, and the main event is Erickson Lubin, and you are correct. We will be there with Papa Price Boxing. Let's go.
Yeah. So, and on top of that, I'll put ticket information into the information below. If you're following on YouTube, we'll have ticket. Just reach out to Ryan Maine about that. We'll have his handle and stuff like that as well. If you're looking for tickets, which once again, come mingle, come find us. We're going to be there. Maybe we'll be wearing these threads here. What do you think? This is a nice shirt.
I think so, dude. I really like the shirts.
Yeah.
See it?
I already have some requests. People want.
Get up there.
Yeah, they're.
Let's get the back. Let's get the back. Is it in the picture?
No. There it is. Yeah, kind of. So I have special requests for this thing too. There's other people that want this stuff, this swag. So we gotta really think about this, guys.
Good. I like it. Getting the merch on sale. Let's go.
So Ryan Main Event Maine, he is fighting just very shortly. We'll have the information below in Kissimmee. It's going to be an exciting fight. Continue to watch his progress on the way up. One interesting takeaway from the interview weekend, Trav, if you remember, is that he talked a bit, because we've seen him fight several times now, and he doesn't stay orthodox all the time. He actually switches up. He goes southpaw every once in a while.
Yeah, it was very interesting because not very many fighters do that, but one fighter as of note that everybody probably knows who it is Terrence Crawford. He does the same thing, and he does it almost seamlessly. And when I've watched a couple of Ryan's fights live, I've watched him do it, and he does it very seamlessly. You really can't tell that he's a right-hander because when he switches left-handed, it looks really good.
Yeah.
And I can't remember exactly why he said he did that. I think he was just doing that just to kind of see how it looked. I think he said when he originally did it, it didn't look very good. So he's like, I want to get better at this. And Ryan, one thing you can say about Ryan is he's a hard worker. He listens very well. He's very coachable. And I think that's why him and Craig worked so well together, is because of that very factor. And I think in boxing, as long as you trust and respect your coach, you will go to the moon and back. And I think that relationship with Ryan and Craig, I think there's a lot of trust there, as well it should be, and a lot of respect there. So that's why I think you see Ryan progressing through the pros so much faster probably than most. Yeah. He's 7-0 now. He's hopefully going for 8-0 on May 10th in Kissimmee at the Silver Spurs Arena on ProBox TV. So hopefully we get to see, a little more wide variation of who Ryan Maine is. But the guy's developing very nicely as a professional boxer right now. Absolutely.
And you mentioned both Craig and Ryan working together now for several years. And they started, I think maybe the audio had not cut off yet, but they started working out at Redbug Park in a pavilion. Like they weren't, like they didn't have really a place to call home, and now they do over at Craig's new gym, the TDT Boxing and Fitness Club, which Price Boxing, we go there several times a week. Maybe not me particularly. I'm usually there Saturdays, but we're there and we want to support them. And anytime we're down in the South Orlando regions, we're going to check out the TH Boxing facility too, which we'll get into some of the thanks here in a moment for those that helped us out on this for this relaunch. This relaunch marred by audio issues. Weekend Trap. But what I will say about Craig and Ryan, once again, high character, high quality guys. You couldn't meet nicer guys in the boxing world, and so I'm very proud to call those two my friends. Enjoy training with them and just everything about them. Craig, every time I see him, gives me a big bear hug. And other unmentionables, but he's high character, and wife and family, high character people. So it's great to be surrounded by good people in this sport.
And it was really cool to see everybody out there live. It was just such a humbling experience to see that all these people came out just to watch us record. Even though we post on YouTube, Spotify, and everywhere else, it was just really cool to see all those people packed in a little small room and just kind of actually networking with each other as well, because a lot of these people, we kind of commingled some different groups as well.
Yeah.
Some people that hadn't actually have met before. And then also what I loved is that we got to connect some businesses from our friends on top of all of that. So that was kind of cool. And we got to all do that at the Stadium Club inside the Caribe Royale. I thought it was just, I don't know, it was a blessing. I thought it was pretty cool.
Beautiful venue. If you haven't checked out the Stadium Club at the Caribe Royale, definitely do. After we were done recording, I hung out for a little bit longer, and it's just a cool spot. And the hotel itself is gorgeous. It is. The remodel they did however long ago, it's beautiful. It's a hidden gem in Orlando, really, the Caribe Royale in Orlando, but the Stadium Club in particular for all of your sport needs. I know they have the different golf bays there, but for watching sports on TV, I mean, they have tons of TVs. It's a very cool environment. And shout out to all the people that helped us that day, the GMs, the tech people, all the support. Staff were amazing.
Yep, agreed. We recorded out of the Sky Lounge inside the Stadium Club, which is a private special room for special events. And if you guys want to rent that room out, check out Stadium Club. You can reserve that room. And I can tell you right now that those guys are top of the line guys. They literally are IT, all of that. Put us on the TVs. I mean, the managers there at Stadium Club, Rashidi, Justin, and then a lot of the workers that were there just on hand were just, man, they were amazing. The servers that were serving the group. I mean, we were ordering drinks and food and all of that. And I know a lot of the people stayed after on top of that and ordered food outside there, but they also ordered food inside there. It was awesome, man. It really was. It was a cool experience.
Yeah, because it was kind of loosey-goosey. We weren't sure, heading in. Are people going to be, hanging out outside the recording room? Are they going to hang out in the room? Everyone was in the room. And so the servers did a great job, trying to keep up with all different checks and stuff. So, once again, we're going to be there again this coming Sunday. Give me a second on the date. This Sunday, the 4th, we're going to record another show, hopefully with no issues, right? No problems.
We won't. We got this. No logistical issues.
Yeah, we'll make sure we're good there. So we'll be there back again on the 4th for anyone that wants to join us. Maybe we'll have a crowd of 60. Maybe we'll have 6. I don't know, but come hang out. You might get on the mic. Just don't knock over our stuff. Weekend Trap. So let's do this because we did. Unfortunately, you thanked a lot of people on the first part. But we want to make sure we hit all the folks that donated stuff to give away at the recording. We want to make sure we hit everybody again for the special thanks that are in our corner. I think it's so important to have good businesses, people, friends in our corner. We do. And a lot of that's attributed to Weekend Trav over there. He's done a massive job in setting all this stuff up. So I can't take credit for any of this stuff. But Weekend Trav, what do you say about that? You want to jump into this?
Yeah, man, there were so many people. So what we did was everybody that showed up for the podcast, we took their name down. And I ended up putting it in a hat at the very end off air, and we drew out names, and a lot of people donated stuff, businesses to give out, whether it was gift certificates, gift cards, mugs, cash, wine, bourbon, all of that. It was kind of cool. So one of the bigger ones for sure too was Charlie's Steakhouse. They donated $100 comp card. They donated some wine. They donated a cooler, a t-shirt, some mugs. It was a nice little goodie bag. And I didn't know this, but the founder of the Talk of the Town restaurant group actually founded Red Lobster and then sold the group came back, and there's a book inside of the story of how he created Talk of the Town
Oh,
Restaurant
wow.
Group. There's a book in there that talks about his whole story. So whoever got that, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Laura Schroeder possibly, but whoever got that book and got that or won that little prize got to see all of that. So that was really cool. I just wanted to tell Talk of the Town Restaurant Group, Charlie's Steakhouse, thank you again. I know I did talk about it on there. They have one of the best steaks that I've ever had in my life, and I've had Wolfgang's in New York, and Charlie's Steakhouse blew it away, and I'm not even exaggerating. So thank you guys again for donating the comp card. I hope whoever got that gets to go and have some good stuff. I know that one of the patrons got the wine, and he said it was great. He had the wine the next day.
Man, you're making me hungry. But we also want to thank our friends over at the Armories for all your sportsman needs. They're around town. There's one not too far away from my office where I'm at now, here in Oviedo-ish area. I know I think Winter Garden has a location. There's other locations.
And Kissimmee, Winter Garden, and I think Oviedo. Yeah, I think you're right.
So Louis Salazar over there, buddy of ours, love the guy to death. But the Armories, thank you so much for your contribution to that night. And then also Louis letting us drink some Blanton's green and then Blanton's gold after we were done recording. Good Lord. That was some... Whew.
Lewis always comes through. So does his good buddy as well, Roasted Spirit, Frankie Liz. Check out their new bar called Mullets. It's a liquor store in the front and a bar in the back. Business in the front, party in the back.
That's right.
It's just opened. It's pretty awesome. It's in downtown Claremont, and it's pretty funny little get up, but it's awesome. It just opened. I believe I think it's a month old possibly, but it's called Mullets, and it's in downtown Claremont. Go check it out. Again, Frankie Liz, you've been on board with weighing in with Travis Hartman from the very beginning too. So thanks for donating the bourbon. Thanks for always supporting us and pushing us out to the masses.
Absolutely. High quality guys there, those two. Also, Windermere Collision Center. They're located in Winter Garden, and they were awarded Orlando's Best Repair Shop. So thank you, Roxana, for coming out and supporting and giving information to our guests at the live attendance at the Stadium Club. A lot of T-shirts for the Windermere Collision Club given out and other little goodies. So we do appreciate that. And for folks on that side of town, I don't even care if you're not on that side of town. You got a collision need, you get over to the west side of town. Go to them. Go to Windermere Collision Center, and you'll get all you're looking for over there.
They'll take great care of you over there for sure. And then my mom sponsored Tony Wood and Marie Wood, which is my mother. My stepfather of about 19 years passed away last May. So my mom donated some money for all of the T-shirts. So all the people that were wearing the T-shirts, we only had a select few made, but those were donated in memory of Tony Wood via my mom, Marie Wood. So Tony, hopefully looking down on us, brother. The last night was in memory of you too, or Sunday night was in memory of you too. So definitely appreciate that contribution. And these will forever live on now.
And then also, I would be remiss if I didn't thank two entities here. One is obviously Travis Hartman Boxing LLC. Wonder who that's named after. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that guy over there. See that? TH Boxing. Travis Hartman Boxing LLC, obviously. And then obviously Gulfstream Financial. We're going to start talking a little bit more, not only on your side, on the boxing side, but maybe some thoughts on the financial side, especially for guys that are coming up in the sport, just things that we kind of encounter too. But obviously, thanks to our business entities there for the support.
And thanks to Weighing In with Travis Hartman, because we gave away some mugs, some tumblers, some T-shirts, a bunch of everything, some cards, pins, everything. And that came out of the Weighing In with Travis Hartman budget, which is
now negative.
But no. It is what it is.
So, hey, let's fix that, everybody. How are we going to fix that?
Exactly.
You start first by subscribing below. Subscribe to the content. We do what we can. We love what we do, and we have a good time with everybody. We're going to bring on local guests and other guests and big-time guests. We've had them on the show already. Subscribe below. Give a thumb up to the content everywhere, whether you're listening on Spotify, watching on YouTube, every other audio source that you get your podcast from. We're there, too. Search it. Weighing In with Travis Hartman. But then I want to toss it to you, Weekend Trav, the very final thanks to give.
Yeah, a big thanks to the Stadium Club and the Caribe Royale for allowing us to do our podcast there.
Yeah.
It's a major relationship that we are forging right now. They are forging major relationships as well, as they just partner with the Orlando Magic. They just partner with the Crooked Can Brewery. So, I mean, they're making big moves too, and I'm just glad to be starting a relationship with those guys there because they're top-notch people, and it's been fun, B-Money, and I think that the future looks bright for weighing in with Travis Hartman, and I'm just excited to what everything brings to weighing in with Travis Hartman.
Future is so bright. I gotta wear my shades. Weekend Trav. So this is kind of the weird part where we're still like we gotta edit it a little bit, but sorry folks, we got what we could, and you heard it, and now you're hearing us. But now we get to wrap it up. You guys didn't officially hear the exit from the main recording, but I can say it now. That over there is the talent, Weekend Trav, a.k.a. Travis Hartman.
That over there is B-Money, a.k.a. the man, the myth, the legend, the producer, the co-host, the man that helps make this podcast go around. Ooh. Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.